Gooner in the house. I will definitely not waste my time because today I've got loads of news. Well, Jose Mourinho has been appointed the new head coach, so let's jump into the first news that's coming our way. This is the official statement that Daniel Levy, the chairman of Tottenham Hotspur, actually came up with after the appointment of Jose Mourinho. He said, "In Jose, we have one of the most successful managers in football. He has a wealth of experience, can inspire teams, and is a great tactician. He has won honors at every club he has coached. We believe he will be bring energy and belief to the dressing room." Speaking on his appointment, Jose said, "I am excited to be joining a club with such a great heritage and such passionate supporters. The quality in both the squad and the academy excites me. Working with these players is what has attracted me." Unbelievable. Let's see if that's going to happen or not. Well, Jose Mourinho and heritage is definitely a match made in heaven, isn't it? Well, I remember in 2007, here's an image that I'd really like to bring it upon for you guys as well. Jose Mourinho, when asked if he would have considered becoming Tottenham's manager in 2007, he said, "No, because I love Chelsea supporters too much." I don't know who's being plastic right now. Is it Jose or the Chelsea fans? Moving on. Arsenal step up Erling Haaland interest as striker's father with its training ground. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the 19-year-old is said to be one of the most in-demand players in the January transfer window, and several clubs are monitoring his situation at Red Bull Salzburg. 26 goals in 18 appearances definitely doesn't get overlooked because Juventus, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich are circling this youngster. Not only that, we heard reports that Manchester United are also in the race to sign Haaland and also the player's father, Alf Inge, has been given a tour of the club's Carrington training complex at Manchester United. But also there are reports that United are not the only Premier League team to have extended a similar invite. Well, Arsenal's training facilities at London Colney also was visited by Haaland's father. Well, let's see, Arsenal are damn interested in him as well. And also, the report also claims that Alf Inge, Haaland's father, is advising his son to join a Bundesliga team before making a jump to the Premiership. Let's see if that's going to happen or not. But Solskjaer has already worked with Holland during their time together at Malta, so you know that he's always in contact with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. So let's see if that's going to happen or not. Moving on. Arsenal's 2019-2020 season, if Mauricio Pochettino replaces Unai Emery, has been predicted by a football manager. I mean, there are certain people who are actually, unemployed enough to see this as well, but they came up with this. They used Football Manager 2020 to have a bit of fun and see what would happen. Well, let's see what happened with Pochettino. Well, talking about the Premiership, Arsenal finished second place runners up. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal finished second place in the league, just 4 points behind the champions Liverpool and 7 points ahead of Manchester City, finishing with an outstanding 87 points total. They finished runners up, unfreaking believable. And Jose Mourinho Tottenham finished sixth with 60 points. Well, not only that, the team lineup that the 4-2-3-1 is the preferred system that he uses. Mesut Ozil is the playmaker, number 10 role with Pepe and Aubameyang in the wide area. Ceballos and Guendouzi in the midfield. Shaka Torreira, the preferred. Guendouzi and Ceballos were preferred. With Tierney, Luis, Chambers, all first team regulars. Also, the North London derby, yes, has been predicted by them. Lacazette was in outstanding form under Pochettino, scoring 25 goals as Guendouzi led the assist charts with 11. 3-2 victory over Tottenham. And also, they also beat the eventual champions Liverpool at the Emirates with Pepe and Lacazette both scoring. Unfreaking believable, isn't it? And also, FA Cup, they reached the quarterfinal, Carabao Cup fourth round, Europa League final, but they lose to Manchester United. Scott Mustafi was also transfer listed after Poch seeing that he was not good enough. Mesut Ozil was immediately transfer listed for failing to agree a new deal at the end of the season, and Pochettino is demanding 33 million. I really don't get it. Also, Granit also demanded a move with Switzerland International not being a regular under Pochettino as well. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But moving on, Kevin Campbell, ladies and gentlemen, is not convinced that the Portuguese Jose Mourinho should be appointed, but concedes that Unai Emery needs to be moved on. Well, he said he doesn't name him. He says he's an M word. Well, he told to AFTV that there's been a lot of rumors flying about a new manager coming in. There's that M word that I don't even want to mention. Yeah, Mickey Mouse. That's what he calls Mourinho. I don't want to mention him, who was a manager of our rivals, two of our rivals, and apparently got spotted having dinner with Raul, which is nonsense. But I wouldn't have him anyway. I wouldn't have him anywhere near the club. Oh, freaking believable. He also added that I'd have none of them. I'd have Freddie in. Mourinho's not in. He's not in, and Emery's gone. So if that's the case, I'd have none of them. I don't have to choose one. Yeah, it's got that bad that fans could sell their soul to the devil. I say that just as a saying. Selling the soul to Mourinho was who has absolutely lambasted Arsenal, taken the Mickey out of the Arsenal and taken the Mickey out of Arsene Wenger when he was a manager, especially in failure and all that. That's aimed at us. That isn't just the manager. That's aimed at us. This is how it is. And talking about whether the board should act swiftly to stop the rot which has started to set in under Emery, he said, "Should the board act now? For me, I think Unai Emery is a nice man. He's a nice man, but I don't want nice men. I don't want a nice man. He's ruining a lot of people's weekends. To be honest, I could take a defeat if the team performed. I could take a defeat. I'm not saying I like defeats. I said I could take a defeat if the team perform and get beat. But when they don't perform and they're not performing and they're throwing away leads on a regular basis, for me, sorry, there's got to be a change, and there's got to be a change now. That's what exactly he went on a ranting spree. But moving on, Harry Redknapp tips Mauricio Pochettino to coach Arsenal before even more outrageous claims that he's come up with. He says, "You think the Arsenal fans wouldn't love him there? You go in and start winning football matches. They could take Saddam Hussein in there. They don't give a monkeys, do they? If they start winning every week, they'll be signing. There's only one Saddam." Unbelievable, outrageous things coming out of his mouth. He says, Sol Campbell went from Tottenham to Arsenal. George Graham did it years ago. Teddy, Neil, Pat Jennings. It can happen as long as you go and do the job. Unfreaking believable. He believes that Pochettino could. He tweeted on Wednesday, "Gaffer, I'll be forever thankful to you for helping me achieve my dreams. We've had some amazing moments in the last 5.5 years, and I will never forget. You were my manager, but my friend as well, and I thank you for that relationship. Good luck with your next chapter." Unfreaking believable. Let's see what's moving on. Well, Pochettino in Arsenal fans. Well, one of the Arsenal fans is really not keeping it calm. He wants Pochettino in. He says, "Not tweeting until Pochettino to Arsenal is confirmed. Thank you. We don't need your tweet as well." Well, moving on. Also, there were mixed reactions actually. One of them said, "Thank God, at least now Mourinho won't be linked with us." Another one said, "Guys, don't be too excited. I think he'll actually win trophies with that Spurs team." The third one said, "Tottenham shouldn't be able to attract a manager of Mourinho's level. This is fucking ridiculous." Another one said, "But one argued his ideas are outdated and he's toxic. I'm so happy that they've fobbed off one of the best young coaches in the game for a dinosaur." Oh, freak. Unbelievable. Well, Arsenal fans couldn't help but crack a smile after the news broke that Jose Mourinho was Tottenham's boss. And really, really, I'm one of the Arsenal fans. But I admire Jose Mourinho. Let's see if that's going to happen or not. But let's see. Also, Stuart McFarlane, Arsenal's club photographer, has brilliantly summed up the fan reaction to Jose Mourinho being appointed as Spurs manager. Well, he said, "And when you thought you couldn't dislike them anymore." Oh, freak. He's a monster. Savage now. Also, Unai Emery is now the bookie's favorite to be the next Premier League manager to be sacked. After him is Ralph Hasenhüttl, and I feel if Arsenal get 3 points, that's the final nail in the Ralph Hasenhüttl's coffin. So he's been out of Saints team management. I believe that. Moving on. Arsenal will have to wait until April 25th next year before they take on Tottenham under their new boss Jose Mourinho. Let's see. 6 months to go. Let's see if that's going to happen or not. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the news and views and everything about Arsenal is definitely here. So sit back, relax, and enjoy whatever is coming actually from this platform. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.